It's what you all been waiting for.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. So today I wanted to talk about why, in my opinion, Expel or paint protection film is worth every penny and actually is a must on any new car or freshly painted vehicle. It's been almost 2 years exactly that I've had the 350R, and it's been paint protected with Expel Ultimate since the very beginning. I think I had it done, within the first few days of ownership, and I kept the car in the garage until I got the Expel on there because I didn't want any paint chips getting on it. Now, most of you know that I track this car. It's not a street car, it's 100% a track car. And I just finished a track weekend, so I intentionally didn't clean the car at all, and I wanted to show you guys exactly how much of a beating this thing takes. Just like I said, this is just from the last track day. Every one of these little black marks that you're seeing, or chunks of tire that are hitting the car, I mean, as you can see, it takes a lot of hits just from one weekend at the track. This car has the entire hood, front bumper, full fenders, the mirrors are wrapped, the A-pillars are wrapped to right about here, the entire roof is wrapped. We have the dog legs here wrapped up to right there. Again, you can see all the little hits. And I normally clean this off after each track day, but I just wanted to show you guys. The full spoiler is also wrapped. So basically, I don't know if I said the mirrors are wrapped also. Basically, anything that would take impacts on the track or is likely to take impacts on the track, I have it wrapped in Expel. And well, what I'll do here is I'll show you how easily these things come right off with just a little bit of wax. And that the paint and even the Expel, for the most part, is still, after 2 years and thousands of hits, in absolutely perfect condition. So yeah, let me get a little wax here and I'll show you how easily this cleans off. Alright, so we're back. I've got a little bit of Chemical Guys Butter Wet Wax. I'm not sponsored by Chemical Guys, I just happen to like their products. Works good, smells good. So take a little butter wet wax and just not even a lot of force. The film is pretty soft, so if you just try to wash it with soap and water, these rubber marks don't want to come off so easily. So that's where I just kind of started using the wax before right after I wash the car. I usually take a little wax and just hit all the little rubber marks, get them off. So yeah, you can see literally still perfect condition. I mean, there's not a chip on this car. There's a couple spots, mostly on the dog legs, where the film, you probably can't even see it now because I did the GT4 livery, but there was a couple spots where the film actually started to rip. I mean, it takes a lot of hits there, but I could almost guarantee you that if I was to peel that film off, it would be flawless underneath. So take a clean microfiber rag, wipe off the wax. I mean, and this is how my paint looks after 2 years and just over 3,000 track miles. And I've been on some rough tracks. I've been to Sebring, it's really bumpy. A lot of pavement gets thrown up there. I've been to Talladega GP, which is a really abrasive and not so well kept track. So I've definitely put this stuff through its paces, and this is why, in my opinion, especially on something like a 350R, it's absolutely worth every single penny. I think I have right around $2,000 in Expel on this vehicle. But why I say it's worth it on any vehicle that's new is because even on something cheap, if I went and bought a brand new Fiesta, I'm gonna at least get the front bumper wrapped. Like for example, on the 18, I have the front bumper done. I think it cost me $350 to have the front bumper wrap. So in my opinion, on any new vehicle, it's kind of a no-brainer to at least get something like the front bumper done, which is going to absolutely take a lot of rock chips just from normally driving it on the road. Also, I'm actually going to take it a little bit step further, and I'm going to do a little demo here on the 03 Cobra with a scrap piece of XPEL that I have here. I'm going to actually take this stainless steel wire brush, and it's nasty, it's not even a new one. I'm going to put a scrap piece of XPEL here on my freshly painted 03 Cobra door, and I'm going to scratch the crap out of it with this stainless steel brush, and I'm going to show you the healing properties of the XPEL, how you could just take a little bit of heat from a heat gun or even some hot water. This will naturally happen just from leaving your car out in the sun, and actually heal out the scratches that are left behind from the stainless steel brush. And I'm going to take it one step further than that. I'm going to take this key right here, and I'm going to scratch my 03 Cobra. Now I've never tried this before. I've seen it done. I'm a little nervous to do it, but just a little disclaimer here. I've got over 15 years in the body shop industry. I painted this vehicle myself. I'm still in the process of wet sanding and buffing this vehicle. The point that I'm getting at here is, in the event that the key mark does go through and scratch the paint, I'll be able to fix it myself, so I don't recommend anybody else trying this. But I'm pretty confident that it's not going to go through to the paint, and at worst case scenario, maybe I would have to buff out a little bit of a scratch that was left, underneath the film. But either way, you're going to witness it right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this scrap piece of XPEL right here. I'm going to install it right here on the door, and then we're going to go at it with the steel brush and a key. So I will be right back. Alright guys, so I got the scrap piece of XPEL Ultimate here. I'm going to go ahead and lay it on the door. Wet it down a little bit. I'm no XPEL installer, so just for the sake of showing the protective and healing properties of the film, probably not going to look good. Take that back, it looks fine. Alright. I could install XPEL, this is easy. No, I'm kidding. I've watched both my cars be done, and it looks like a nightmare, to be honest with you. So, there you go. Got the XPEL on there. I'm going to wipe that off and then start scratching it. It's like there's kind of like a gluey residue. I don't know if that's like under the film or... Actually, no, I think... Doesn't really matter. Okay, so the XPEL piece on the door. Let's start with the wire brush. Let me grab the wire brush. Now basically this would be simulating, to an extreme of course, improper washing techniques. Basically having XPEL on your car, you'll never really get swirl marks and stuff from improper washing techniques. Well, you'll get them, but they'll end up healing out of the film. So This is kind of an example of that. So, can you hear that? That doesn't sound good. Yeah. So yeah, I'm scratching the shit out of it, as you can see. Yeah, it's pretty scratched up. Scratch it some more. Right. Alright, so yeah, we scratched the shit out of it with a wire brush. Grab a little LED light as well so you can see a little better. Just trying to get a good view of the scratches that it left. It's pretty hard to see. You know what? I'm gonna scratch it some more. Pushing a little harder this time. I really hear that. Ugh. Not a good sound. So yeah, it's pretty much completely lost the shine, as if we sanded the door. So let's just see what a little bit of heat will do there. Try to get it right in the haze. Take that heat. Really hard to pick up on film, but I could see that most of the haze is kind of melted out of there. There's actually a lot. It's not a good spot actually, because there's a lot of this, as you can see over here where we didn't even scratch, there's like a whole bunch of glue residue underneath. So that right there is actually the gluey residue. The scratches, as you can see, the shine has pretty much came back. The scratches are gone. That same thing there, that's that gluey residue. So, I'm not sure what that is all underneath the film. I don't know if I picked up a bunch of lint or something into the film, but again, doesn't matter. We're not trying to show you how good the film looks. We're trying to show you the healing properties and the scratch resistance. So let's go on to worst case scenario here. Yeah, there's some kind of gluey residue. As you can see, it's all through where I didn't even scratch. But the scratches have melted out. So again, let's go on to the extreme here. And let's say you piss your girlfriend off. And she decides to take one of these and scratch the hell out of the side of your door. Let's see what happens then. Okay, this is pretty scary, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna take this key and I'm gonna start with medium pressure. Nothing crazy. Ah! Yeah, that's a terrible sound. As you can see, we definitely messed up the film. So this would definitely require getting the door rewrapped. But let's try a little bit more pressure. Yeah, that sounded really bad. Alright, let's say you really pissed this chick off and she's just like freaking going to town on your door. Just back up real quick. This is my freshly painted 03 Cobra. again, do not try this at home. So yeah, I think I'm about done with the key there. And I feel really bad. All right, so let's see what we got. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah. I don't know if you could see that, but you can actually see where the film was scratched all the way through. And so far I'm not seeing anything on the paint. That's where it actually went through the film. Still nothing on the paint whatsoever. Look at the back side of the film. Let's get a microfiber and a little bit of detailing spray. Let's see what we're left with. Just to wipe off any glue residue left over. Okay. Bust out the light so there's no doubt. Okay, this light's dead, but no worries. I've got another. Alright, so that is where the expel was. I mean, there is no scratches. Again, actually, I do see a little bit of, and that's, again, this is exactly what I figured would be worst case scenario. What you're seeing there, it's hard to see. There. That looks to be where the scratch actually did scuff the paint, but it is absolutely 100% not gone through the clear coat, and without even wet sanding I can guarantee that I can get that scuff mark out just with a little compound, most likely even by hand without even a high-speed buffer. But just to be sure, because you can see some little remnants of the scratches, just those two. That was the real deep ones I did. Let's I'm gonna grab a little compound and I'm gonna see if I can get that out, just to show you about where we were. So it's right there. So give me a second, let me get a little compound. Okay, I got a little bit of 3M compound here. This is actually the two of their three-part compound. The first one is normally what you would use to try to take out scratches on a black car. This will actually leave scratches. This is what you usually see most of your swirl marks are caused by, because guys usually try to buff cars in one shot. Typically they'll use like the two, and they won't go through each step, which is the final step, is basically a glaze, and that gets rid of most of the swirl marks left behind. That's why whenever you see most people buff cars, you see so many swirl marks in it. But I'm going to start with the two. It's got a little bit of cut to it, and again, just by hand on a hand applicator, see if I can't get those scratches out. So without light, I actually can hardly even see the scratches, to be honest with you, but there they are, I see them. So just do a quick little circular motion over them. Just kind of generate a little bit of heat with the compound. starts to dry up on you. And that's really when it starts to work. And now, I mean, it's gone. I have the eye for this. I mean, I can kind of see where it was. Again, that was just a one shot with the second step of the cutting compounds. The first step would have definitely, no doubt about it, 100%. Well, you know what? I pretty much say that it's 100% gone. Get you guys some light and see if I can't make it reappear. You can actually see now that compound actually left. That's why you're seeing that haze. That's the fine scratches that the compound leaves. So then we'll just go over it with the glaze, and that'll take out those scratches. Even if I have to put it on the machine, those fine scratches left by the compound will come out no problem. And as you can see, there is zero remaining of that scratch. So there you go, guys. That's why, in my opinion, XPEL is absolutely a must on any brand new car, or even a freshly painted car, or especially if you have a vindictive girlfriend. So thanks for watching the video, guys. Please like and subscribe. Oh, real quick, we have next weekend, the 16th and the 17th, we'll be meeting with a couple other YouTubers, Xander13, Stang Mode, I think Demonology is supposed to be there, Racing, Stang Mode. I think they're both going to be in different vehicles. Not quite sure of the details 100%, but stay tuned. And I got a couple other interesting videos I want to do with the 18. So yeah, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe, and thanks for watching, guys.
We drift deeper.